OK, folks, come on round the table then. So this is what we're going to have a go at doing.
The Learning Ambassador programme started a couple of years back and involves students going into teachers' lessons and writing down, summing up all the aspects of the lesson. And then we feed back to the teacher constructive criticism, and the teacher takes it away and it allows them to improve their lesson for the future.
As a Learning Ambassador, I'm representing the class in which I'm watching over, and I give the teacher then feedback about the lesson I've observed.
How would you have liked the students to describe the atmosphere in your lesson?
Supportive and engaging, really. I want them to feel like comfortable in the lesson, really, because that's really important for their learning. If a student's not comfortable, then they're not going to learn. I want them to feel engaged, and I just want them to feel happy.
It's enabled me to be able to communicate with my teachers and find out the beneficial ways and strategies that help me learn more in class.
Are you OK? OK then, Jack, let's have a look. If I just lie it with my finger like that, that looks about right to me.
When we're giving feedback back to the teacher after we've observed their lesson, I find it really interesting to see what the teacher makes of our observations, seeing as we're looking at it from a different perspective than them.
I think the lesson is well structured, and we're trying to understand how the students are given the opportunity to show their own talents in the subject.
It's all about being honest to them, but not being too negative to them. I've seen a change in teachers making lessons more fun and making us more involved in them. Quite like it. It gives me something to do.
I think teachers do appreciate their feedback because, just like students, they're looking for ways to improve their learning as well as ours.
Could you feel the level of challenge has increased?
I think so. I think there's always room to challenge students a little bit more. Probably through my questioning, I could have questioned them harder. I could have made them elaborate on their responses in a bit more detail.
It's not actually criticising the teacher. It's more just focusing on the learning techniques that they use.
Just out of interest, where would a good place to put that be on there, do you think? Bang smack in the middle? OK. Remember, you've got to fit some other stuff on. At first, I wasn't sure about it because I wasn't sure about having students come and observe my lessons, but actually it's turned out to be really useful, particularly just to get the student's point of view. Too often I just get a teacher's point of view, and actually I think if we're only getting teachers' points of view about what good teaching and learning is, then I think we might have the wrong end of the stick.
The good thing about the Learning Ambassador is that as teachers we tend to lose our ability to self-evaluate our performance sometimes. So getting the student to give you feedback, it sharpened our ability to see what we can do to improve.
Are there any other comments you'd like to make about your experience of this lesson?
Well, I really enjoyed teaching the lesson. I thought it was really enjoyable. I think the students made good progress, and that's why I like the Learning Ambassador programme. So hopefully feedback from you two being in the lesson will be more objective, and you can show me how the students enjoyed it and what they enjoyed doing and how they enjoyed learning.
I definitely think the Learning Ambassador programme has made teachers more flexible for the way that they teach and more open to try new styles and techniques that get the learning across for the children.
I remember one of the things they said, which I hadn't really thought about, was they liked some of the things they'd got in my classroom and thought it looked fun. And I've never had that feedback from an adult.
It made me think about why I was saying what I was saying or how to make instructions clear and that kind of thing. That I found useful. That forced me to think.
It's that different viewpoint which has, I think, made a big difference.
I've noticed a change in the way teachers at Pershore High School teach me because they'll be more engaging in their lessons and they'll really want you to learn the best way you can.
I've had young pupils giving feedback and I've really enjoyed that. I've really loved having children tell you what they think of your lessons because, after all, that's what we're here for.
I think it was very beneficial. I think it depends to a certain extent on the students you get in. I was very lucky to have very engaged, very motivated sixth formers particularly that came in, and they were very observant and they gave me some very good feedback.
The Learning Ambassador programme has benefited me because I've been able to feed back the way a teacher will teach, and then they've had the power to put that into place.
I think the response of the staff within the school was broadly similar to my own, in that they weren't sure about it at first, But now the whole Learning Ambassador project has been absorbed within the school life. It's accepted as part of what we do, and it's expected that we do participate. It's a valued part of our processes here at the school.
Pupil feedback is what really gives me a buzz. I love it.
I find it very enjoyable being in the Learning Ambassador programme, as I know that it's something innovative and that we're on the forefront of improving education.